Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know. Any voice. Did that fix the problem? Oh, it did. Hey, all right. Look at this, guys. We made it. Oh, man. I tell you, of all of the things that could go wrong, everyone can hear. Oh, that's amazing. Of all the things that could go wrong, literally everything went wrong. Like literally everything. The software crashed, the computer crashed, the other software crashed. I was using two different ones. I'm like jockeying back and forth between them. The microphone didn't work. Now we're working. Fantastic. I'm back inside like YouTube studio. You may recognize that this scene looks a little bit different today. We're a little more cropped in. We don't have the quite the same nice effects. Essentially what ends up happening is we're using the basic webcam. We're going guerrilla style, doing some New Year's Eve Q&As and chats. All right, this is amazing. I'm so glad you guys can hear me. That's fantastic. Architectural Sheet Metal, good to see you. Finance Generation, Normal, again, Comedy Stars, Carrie, Andy, Annie, Irvina, Slavomir, perfect. Mohammed, yes, good man. Sufi Marketing, excellent. I don't know how to add your messages here. So we're gonna have a chat. It's like I said, we're gonna keep this one pretty casual because software, stuff happens. You got to roll with the punches. That's part of business. Adapt, evolve. Elizabeth, you can't hear me. I think you're the only one, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see as long as everybody else keeps going. All right, Diana, happy New Year. Yes, happy New Year to you as well. You can hear me. Amazing. I'm excited. This is going to be good. Mohammed, yes, you are watching live as it happens. It's still completely dark outside. So early. Like I said, I'm not sure. Did anybody see the earlier live stream that happened like 5 minutes ago where nothing worked? Did anybody get that one? Any notification, any pop-ups? Or was like, this is the only one? Because who knows? Who knows what's going on? Oh, Elizabeth, you can hear me now. Fantastic. Okay, cool. So we're going to try around. We're going to play around with some stuff here. I think I'm going to be, YouTube came out with like this new thing where they're trying to like encourage the use of their software, I think, inside YouTube live so we can have better engagement, better tools. In my opinion, it's still lacking severely to some of the third-party softwares that we have that I typically use. But when the third-party software fails you, it's nice to have this one. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's dive in. Comedy Stars. Adam, can you tell what's the best business to start in 2023? I like this question. But I'm going to ask you a question back in return because it's going to be really nuanced depending on you and your goals and your skills and your interests and your passions. I think that there are a number of opportunities available to you. That said, I believe there's opportunities everywhere. And this isn't sort of just like head in the clouds thinking. The fact is that as long as you're willing to try to provide a better service and help more people, competition is, I don't want to say not an issue, but it's less of an issue than you think. There's so few people that are really doing an outstanding job that if you've got an area or an interest that you want to pursue, I say go for that. Now, that said, if you have an idea, let me know what it is. Because what you're also going to want to compare that against the growth, against market size, against something called TAM, total addressable market, the total number of people that are possible for you to sell to. So obviously, if you're selling something super niche and super specific, it's going to be a bit more of an uphill battle. But there really is no like one size fits all best business. Everything can work. Like honestly, everything can work. So, okay, SZ Local, Happy New Year. Mohammed, you got the notification. Amazing. Andy, thank you for the value. My pleasure. Thank you for being here. Comedy Stars, Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year to you too. Iron Soul Network. I know this might be a controversial take. Well, we'll see. What are your thoughts on Andrew Tate's strategy to marketing his Hustlers University, the real world, as a businessman? All right, cool. So I think we can basically interchange Andrew Tate with any other controversial figure, really. So what he's doing is nothing new. I think if you have the personality for that kind of controversy, then it can be effective. Personally, like it's not something I would do just because that's not my personality. There's no way I'd be able to stand up there and say the things that he does. I don't have the same viewpoints. I don't have the same a level of aggressive personality in regards to pushing it. So As far as like creating controversy and being polarizing, that's like one of the oldest, most effective marketing strategies of all time, at least for getting attention. Now, in regards to converting that attention into actual sales, that's a whole other topic. Um, but yeah, I mean, let me step back another step. If you have something that you really believe in and you're willing to like die on that sword, like you're gonna go to battle for this belief, then it's a very powerful marketing tool because conviction and belief and talking about things that are not necessarily agreeable by the masses can make you more attractive and more appealing to the smaller niche group of people that share those with you. So it can work. It has worked. I don't like it personally, but and by don't like it personally, I mean I wouldn't use it personally, but I've certainly consulted with people and pushed them in that direction if they felt comfortable. All right, Slavomir, New Year wishes from Warsaw, Poland at 5 p.m. So you are my buddy while I'm preparing for the New Year's Eve. Right on, getting ready. You know my plans for New Year's Eve. I'm going to bed super early. That's my plan. Very boring. Very boring. Herthek, your thoughts about Chat GPT? Yeah, fascinating stuff. I've got good thoughts about it. I've got a video actually coming out. We're editing it right now, so it's going to be out this week. I'm going to go into it more, so I don't want to give away too much of the spoiler, but it's a very powerful tool. It's one of the best ones that I've seen in regards to artificial intelligence based text generation. I think it has a lot of potential. Where I'm most excited though isn't where it's at right now, it's where it's going to be. I think that's where I get really excited and interested is like all of the artificial intelligence AI technology that we have right now, it's really good, like really good. But the way that it's changed, the accelerated growth of technologies and of things like that, it's so fast that where things are going to be in the next year or two kind of blow my mind. So we're going to be I'm going to be watching. But anyways, more coming soon on that video. All right, everyone, if you're here now as well, make sure to hit the like button if you do not mind, just to help boost this out. I did not send an email about this live, so we're gonna have to help kind of juice the algorithm a little bit to make sure that all of our friends get to see this as well. Diana, thank you for doing a live today. Can you do a video on setting up high level and your favorite features? Yeah, I should totally do that. And yes, I probably will very soon. Um, because there's a lot to it and there are some good tutorials out there on it, but yes, I think I would like to set up my own where I walk through some of the more things. So yes, that's probably coming to a YouTube channel near you very soon. Slavomir, this year I've made big steps in understanding base of marketing. Could you please recommend further steps I can do to start doing that stuff? I've never been working with that. Going to change that in 2023. Okay, so what are the steps you can do? Honestly, the best thing you can do is this is one of those skills that really is best learned by doing. So what you want to do is basically go through the marketing cheat sheet. So adamerhart.com/cheat sheet. Start at model, go through market message media machine, go through all of them and do it for either your business, a friend or family member's business, a client's business, even a fictional business that you just thought of and want to create, and start walking through those steps. And you're going to see very quickly like what works and what doesn't, and the obstacles that you come across and the rivers that you need to cross in regards to, well, I don't know this about the customer. I don't know this about the offer. Or why aren't they doing this type of thing? So again, the best way to learn marketing, aside from watching the channel, shameless plug, is to start doing it. So go through the stuff, make a plan, execute, get feedback, go back out again. There's a ton of stuff here on the channel as well as in the academy. So I think you have the content and the information available. You just need the way to sort of get out there and get some feedback so that you'll know what to ask next. I think that's the next thing. SE Local, what kind of microphone do you have and how do you plug it into a Mac? Okay, so I've got a couple different mics. The ones that I use for my videos are Deity D3 Pros. They're fine, decent mics. This puppy is a Shure SM7B. So I don't even know how to spell Shure. Shure, Shure, not like regular Shure. A Shure SM7B. Here's the thing. You can't just plug this directly into a Mac. So what you got to do is you've got to run this through this thing, which is called a cloud lifter, because that boosts the signal from this. It's using XLR inputs. So you need that as well. Then this cloud lifter runs into, I don't know if I can pull this around. Hang on. Can I? I'm not sure the cords are going to show it. Oh, it's going to barely work. It runs into this, which is a Scarlett Focusrite. You can get any XLR USB interface and it'll work just fine. So essentially what you've got to have is you've got to have a mic that goes into, you don't need the cloud lifter, but it makes it sound better and more clear. And then you run it into a XLR USB interface that runs it into the Mac or PC. And that is it. Okay. Oh, lots of good comments. Let me see if I can scroll and find where we were. Diana, do you recommend a website starting out or should I focus on getting clients first? So good question. I believe that a website is a mandatory business asset. Everybody needs one. You need a website, period, full stop. If you can get clients without a website, like just by tapping your personal connections, then yeah, do that. I don't believe that they're mutually exclusive, though. You can probably do both at the same time because a website does not need to be complicated or expensive. So it's like you can slap one up in a day that's going to have some basic stuff about you and your business and your offer and your services and your contact information and like bare bones portfolio style website. So I think you should do both. But if I had to push you in one, like get clients, obviously. But the website makes it easier then to convert the clients. Not to mention if you're tapping into your network and they're like, yeah, let me take a look at it or whatever, they're going to want some kind of details on you and on your website. Also, make sure that you get a custom URL. So Diana Caballero, hope I pronounced that right, Caballero, .com, .co, .net, Diana something, Caballero marketing, whatever it is, .com. Like you want a custom domain because if you're just using it like adam123 at gmail.com, which is not my email. It just looks kind of Mickey Mouse, kind of amateur hour. So you don't want to do that. Comedy Stars, what's your thoughts on personal development business? Overall, I'm all for it. That's like, but like, can you be more specific? It's like, what's my thoughts on pancakes? I like pancakes. Like, what do you mean personal development business? Are you coaching? Are you consulting? Are you hiring one? Are you becoming one? Are you taking a program? Is it an online course? But yeah, personal development's huge. Moving on. Mart. Dobre rano. Mart, my friend in Piestani. What's the most important video you've put out recently? And then maybe also what to look forward to. All right, Martin. What is the most important video? Hang on one sec. That's a really good question. I like that question. Let me see. I'm going to, first of all, the video to look forward to is definitely the one that I think I've got coming up next week. What's the title of it? I don't even know what the title is. It's like Top Marketing Strategies 2023 or something like that. It's a very YouTube friendly title. That one's probably going to be the one that I'd be looking forward to the most because it's going to go over sort of like a basic overview of all of the things that I want you to be implementing this year. Now, most important video that I did, I'm going to give you probably two. One is bad marketing advice you see on the internet. I wouldn't mind if you watched that one because there's a lot of things in there that a lot of people are talking about that I think are just wrong and they hurt people, good people. The second one that if you're going to look at another one, maybe how to build a successful brand through social media. If you take a look at that one as well, that's got some nuggets in there. Good luck. Good name. Good name. Good luck. What skill is the most useful for advertising and marketing? This is a cool question because it's kind of like what skill is the most useful for leadership or business in that the fact is that it's an amalgamation. It's a combination of different skills that make you good at marketing and advertising. So it's communication and empathy and understanding and research and creativity and copywriting and platform knowledge and direct marketing and like all of these things. If I had to pick one skill, I was going to say something and then my brain switched on it. So I'm going to tell you what I was going to say and then I'm going to tell you the real answer. What I was going to say was copywriting. Because I think with good copywriting, you're able to do so much. And because everything that we do in marketing is communication, which is communication of copywriting, not like the legal stuff, but like the writing of the words. That said, if I had to push you in one direction, especially to get like really good traction fast, it would be direct response marketing principles. So if you do a quick Google search on anything direct response marketing, you'll find some good stuff. Take a look at basically everything and anything Dan Kennedy ever wrote on it. Good stuff. Vitor Borges. Do you think a 13-year-old can start a marketing agency? For the past 2 months, I've been doing it and mostly doing Google and Facebook ads for beauty salons. Do you think it won't work because of my age? I think you answered your own question, my friend. If you've been doing it for 2 months, then it works. I don't like that's it. Case closed. Yeah, of course you can. I think it's going to sound cheesy, but like age is a number. There are going to be people that are going to look at you and think, "Oh, you're too young for this." But man, good for you. Like, just do it anyway. If like results are all that matters. That's it. Full stop. So start now, do the things that you're doing, keep getting results, get more clients. And man, imagine where you're going to be at 15, 16, 18. Blows my mind. You'll do keep going. Don't stop. Sufi marketing. What is change? What is change first? Market platform, audience, or marketer? What is change first? Market platform, audience, or marketer? Okay, I don't understand the question. Maybe you can rephrase that one for me lower. Mohammed, what are new strategies for e-commerce marketing on all social media platforms? I have to make some new changes, so then they give me the job. This is my task for a job. Introduce new trends for e-commerce. So I like all these questions. You guys have good questions today. They've been really good questions lately, actually. I'm quite impressed. I'm gonna push back a little bit because for me, I'm less concerned with new trends and I'm more concerned with the proven fundamentals and the principles that have worked for the last year, 2 years, 5 years. Those are the things that I want. I mean, sure, we could introduce a whole bunch of new flashy trends and maybe they'll work for a week, a month, a year, who knows? But like that's not what's really going to drive the business forward. That said, you got to give the people what they want. If they're like, "Hey, Mohammed, give us a ton of new trends," then yeah, just give them new trends. I don't know, whatever. New trends for e-commerce. I'll pull a bunch out of nowhere. And like honestly, you can just Google top trends for e-commerce, and they'll give you like a list of 30. Don't ask Chat GPT because that's limited to like 2021 info. But regardless, I don't know, using Reels and TikToks to drive traffic, running TikTok ads, which is showing good results. User-generated content is still incredibly popular and effective in e-com. Influencer marketing and the rise of the micro-influencer. It's like those are all trends that are happening in e-com, but there are things that I don't want to say I don't care about, but they're not a big deal. What's a big deal? Conversion rate optimization, figuring out how to increase sales on the page by tweaking things like the offer, the packaging, the pricing, abandoned cart sequences. Those work really well. Email marketing still works incredibly effective with ecom. So I think all of those. All right. Also, don't mind me. I'm going to be stretching. Like I said, this live almost didn't happen. Got a pinched nerve in the neck. There's any physios that know how to deal with a pinched nerve? I think it's a median nerve. We're working through some pain here, people. We're working through some pain. All right. Diana, you had one there. Hang on. And then it just zapped me to the bottom. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Where did we go? Oh, we got a lot of good questions. All right. I'm going to try and move through even quicker. When it comes to Facebook ads for gyms, do you recommend lead magnets, vouchers for a week of free sessions, or a calendar page to book a consultation with the sales team? Good question. I like all three or four or whatever you have. I do have a preference in the order that I would like you to do them, but I want you to do all of them anyway, because the market is going to decide which one is going to work best. And there's no negative downside to offering all four of these as a Facebook ad at the same time through different ad sets and seeing which one performs best. Lead magnets typically don't perform as well with like a local gym. Vouchers for a week of free sessions, I don't mind. What I'd rather do is like click here, get a free 1 week at the gym. That one works really well. If that one doesn't work for the free week at the gym or whatever it is, then I would do the consultation with the sales team, but I'd probably avoid the lead magnet. My goal is conversations and like fast action. Luciano, congrats. Your content is very valuable. Thank you, Luciano. I appreciate the kind words, my friend. Louis, it looks like oh no, we got both answers. Louis Ferriero, greetings from, or what do you believe is B? Luciano says, greetings from Brazil. Greetings, my friend. And Louis Pietro, what do you believe is better, direct mail or Google ads? Depends on the business. Google ads are definitely the easier way to start because they're instant. And the cost to get involved with Google ads is significantly less than the cost to get involved with direct mail. I love direct mail. I've got a section on my library, my bookshelf over there with bunch of books on direct mail. Very weird thing to be interested in 2023. But the reason that I like it is because the more people move away from things, the more valuable they become because they're not as saturated. That said, to run to run direct mail effectively, you need a really, I don't want to say large budget, but you need a decent budget and you need a good sample size and you need good copywriting for your direct mail. There's a lot more variables to doing it. I still like it. Dennis, do you plan on having a website where we could view by all your helpful resources and documents? So the answer is already exists. And right now there's only one thing that you can do. So there's a bunch of stuff where I give you where it's like, hey, go get this thing and it's all free. And then there's the Digital Marketing Academy, which is my one and only flagship course right now, competitively priced at $297. Not $8,000 or anything like that. I tried to make it as approachable as possible with the money going back into the program to make it as good as humanly possible. You'll find all of those details available at adamerhart.com. Link possibly in the description. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with the descriptions in today's video. We'll see what happens. Vitor, Brandon, yes, same live. Thought about that. Okay, you guys are chatting with each other. Amazing. Keep your conversation going. Help each other out. Good luck. What do I think about blue ocean strategy? I love it. I think it's a fundamental principle in business. I think the book is a good read, despite being the premise is very simple. So I don't know if it needed to be that long, but that's how business books go. For those of you who are not familiar, the blue ocean strategy is essentially that you should try to carve out a market and a niche, an area of the industry that is uncontested, brand new open market space, a blue ocean, opposed to a red ocean where all the sharks are eating everything and making it all bloody and red. It's a gross visual now that I think about it. But the point is, you're better off to go be sort of like the one of one, the one person that does this one thing amazingly well, rather than trying to compete with everyone else. Now, there's flaws to the argument in that if you're just getting started, more often than not, and I don't mean to be rude, but like if you think you've got the greatest idea, no one's done it before, you're probably wrong. I'm sorry, but like you're just probably wrong. If it's a really, really good idea, someone's probably done it before. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't do it better or different or in a new way. But I promise you, over the last decade plus, every time someone has come to me and they're like, Adam, I have the most amazing idea you've ever heard. Like, promise you'll never tell anyone. I was like, I don't want to hear it. Don't even tell me. But if they manage to tell me anyway, it's often not amazing. Because if it was, other people would have done it. Just like when you have a really good business, other people are going to copy it. So you always need to be innovating and growing. Whew. That's a rant. All right, Elizabeth, what would be your best advice on influencers and how to plan, manage, and measure their contributions? Yeah, so that's a multifaceted question. Good. In regards to managing and planning, I think you've got to kiss a lot of frogs to find the good prince/princess in the influencers. Also, depending on the market and the industry, their rates are going to vary wildly. The other thing is the way to measure their contribution is like, again, direct response marketing. You're going to measure the clicks that they're getting and are those clicks converting into sales? That's it. Really simple. Sometimes the costs are not going to be worth it. Sometimes they are. You're going to have to, again, test a few different things, and you're going to have to decide sort of what the brand recognition and name awareness of a different influencer is. For example, you may have noticed that I'm taking on a lot less sponsorships on the channel recently, partnering instead with a few companies that I really like, and I think they're valuable and important. My rates for a lot of companies that approach, they don't make sense to them because they're used to dealing with, say, B2C style influencers or marketer or people or whatever it is. So the cost to reach that audience is significantly less than for someone who has a more dedicated or niched audience. So anyway, there's a ton of different factors involved. Yeah, you're just going to have to play that one a bit by ear. It's I wish I could give you more on it. It's still such a new and burgeoning field that, and you can tell based on the offers that I get on a regular basis, they're just all over the map with what people want and expect. So yeah, talk to your lawyer. Also, do some good Google research on like influencer marketing, and you'll find a couple of sites that specialize in that, a couple of different agencies, and they'll have they got some good stuff on their sites. King Nunari Assad, how to do branding properly. So that's like that's a question like how to do marketing properly. So it's a big one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you like the short, pithy answer, and I'm going to send you to go watch a couple of videos on the channel. What branding is, a brand is the perceptions and the idea that a customer has about you and about your business. And it's sort of the mental space that it occupies. That's your brand. So everything that you do communicates your brand, the style, your clothes, your hair, your words, your offers, your pricing, everything involves your brand. High price, low price, sophisticated, casual, conversational, authoritative, all of these different things. So there's a lot that goes into it. So I think that's a big thing, is just keep in mind that a brand is sort of like the summation of all of its parts. Slavomir, thanks a lot. Actually, your videos are good because you are a good speaker. You could start a podcast if you don't have. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. And yes, I did have a podcast. It still exists, Modern Marketing Podcast. You'll find old episodes there. I've since neglected it, put it on the back burner to prioritize YouTube. Will it ever come back? Maybe, maybe. Herthik, any tips for 2023 to start my freelance career providing content marketing service? Yes, best tip I could offer you is to come up with a portfolio of content that you've created. Anybody that you're going to want to work with and that's going to hire you is going to want to see content that you've created. So make sure that you have a large library of content that you can show them, large good library of content that you can show them. And if you have results from that, even better. Diana, if I want to start an advertising agency, should I post content only pertaining to ads on social, or can I be more broad and offer tips on digital marketing in general? Both. Yeah, you can totally do both. I think what you have to do is you've got to get into the mindset of the people that are going to hire you. If they're very sophisticated, then possibly just advertising content. If they're more new, intermediate, then marketing general advice is going to help as well. Because if you start posting things that are like so far beyond, they're not going to have a clue what you're talking about. Good example. I did this in a video for Google a while back. Actually, it might be getting posted soon. Maybe it's out already. I don't know. We'll see. Here's the example. I could create a video or a piece of content around web design. How to make sales from your website. How to make sales from your website appeals to a broad beginner audience. Or I could say the lost art of CRO and how to optimize for maximum profitability. Well, now I'm appealing to a sophisticated, more advanced audience, CRO being conversion rate optimization, the art and science of optimizing a website to increase sales. Same thing, same topic, different angle, different audience. All right. Corporal Diesel. Hey, I'm from Central Texas. Thanks for all your videos. They're really helpful. Oh man, that's awesome. Thank you very much for the kind words. I'm super appreciative. I'm glad that you are enjoying the content. Finance generation 2021, 22 seems to be dominated by raw creator-like content. I'm seeing a shift towards more produced and polished content for organic media specifically, but also maybe for ads. Thoughts? Oh, you're perceptive. Good stuff. That's a good one. You get props here. I do the dancing bear, but I have no idea how to add any of my fancy things with thing. If everybody, let's hit the like button for a second. I got stuff to say on that one. I'm proud of you for that one. That's a good one. All right. So first of all, you are correct. You're 100% correct. And in fact, you're correct in a way that not a lot of people have been talking about. So I'm curious, did you figure this out on your own, or did you hear this somewhere? Because that's very, very insightful. Now, here's the deal. What ends up happening is there's a pendulum with all things in marketing, but also in society, where we shift away. In fact, there's a book called Pendulum on this exact topic, where essentially we switch away from like the we're all in this together, we're a world, we help each other out, back to the I, which is like get what's mine, my Lambo and my gold chains and whatever else, and then back to we again. Let's make the world better. And we go back and forth. The same thing kind of happens with content, where it's like, hey, raw, unfiltered, authentic. We're tired of this fake Hollywood level production stuff. Give us the real deal. And then we go all the way over there. And then we're like, yeah, all right. We're kind of sick of watching people just whine and complain and fake cry on YouTube and share how tough their life is when we know it's pretty decent. It's like all of these things. So we go back and forth. We were very much in the raw. We are very much going back to the more produced and what do you want to call it? Yeah, more produced and polished content. Now, there's a couple signs of this. Number one, I made a this is coming out in a video as well, but you'll watch this on YouTube specifically. There used to be this like unspoken law that consistency was king and queen and prince and princess and court jester and everything. It's like if you posted Monday, Wednesday, Friday, oh, you posted Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or suffer the consequences. Now, what you're seeing is people that are not only reducing their posting schedule, but they're putting more effort into their videos and they're posting when they're quote unquote ready. Now, again, I talk about this in another video. This is kind of like a perfectionist procrastinator's dream because you never have to post. You can just always make it better and then never get anything done. Obviously counterproductive. But yes, there is merit to making higher quality content. A lot of that has to do with the saturation of the platforms, but a lot of it being like 20%, 80% of it has to do with consumer behavior and how people engage and interact with content. And there's just a better, they're just, people are changing. They want nicer stuff. That's it. We'll talk more about that. Comedy Stars, do you teach marketing? I do every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. live here. Most Saturday mornings. I don't think I've missed one now in like months. Today was a close call though. Still working through that nerve pain. But yes, here also check out adamerhart.com. There's also the Digital Marketing Academy, links at adamerhart.com, possibly in the description below. I'm not sure. Herthek, any tools, example website, things I need to do before posting my gigs on Fiverr? Yeah, go to Fiverr, look at the top people that are posting there, the level 1 sellers, look at what they're doing, look at their experience, look at how they're structuring their portfolios. That's going to give you your best advice by far. A little bit of competitive research. Jerson A. Adam, I run a business that facilitates harassment trainings. Aside from liability, legal repercussions, what are other strategies I can use? Our audience is HR managers and small business owners. Okay, so you run a business that facilitates trainings for harassment. Aside from liability, legal repercussions, what are other strategies I can use? Our audience, HR managers and small business owners. Okay, so you're in a very niched, specific field. So I'm going to give you the answer that I think I would give other people that were doing this, regardless if they were offering like harassment or this or that or whatever it was. What you have to do is you've got to look at all of the concerns of, say, an HR manager. Let's start there because I think that's going to be easier to clarify than a small business owner who's going to have so many things that we wouldn't have time to get into all of them today. So if I'm looking at like an HR manager who's interested in a harassment training, what are the things that precipitated that need? What are the thoughts that they're having? What are the scenarios that they're going through? What does their daily life look like? What are their pains, their problems, their fears, their frustrations? I just realized every time I hit my desk, it shakes the camera. Mini earthquakes. Try and keep my hands away. Like, what are the things that are going on in their mind so that you can be the one to create content that answers that for them? That's it. Really, it's sort of like content marketing 101. If you've not gone through the Digital Marketing Academy, there is something in there called Content Marketing Champion. That's going to walk you through like the 8 different kinds of content, and that'll show you sort of all these different angles that you can take there. Valerie, thank you for your content. You're most welcome. I was hoping to attend a digital marketing conference this summer. It's a 2-day event in Charlotte, North Carolina. What are your thoughts on conference? I think it's about $900. My thoughts on conferences is it depends on the conference. So I've been to a number of them. I've spoken at a number of them. I think they're amazing, but I think they're amazing for a different reason. I think if you're going there for the content specifically, you're better off taking a course or courses or programs or books. I think if you're going there for the network and the connections and things like that, then I think they're worth more than the price. So you have to be honest with yourself and be like, hey, am I going to go and network and talk and things like that? Or am I just going for the content? For example, one of the best conferences I ever went to, I didn't actually speak at. A buddy of mine was speaking at. He got me a VIP pass because he was speaking there. And so I basically hung around with him and he introduced me to all of the people behind the stage. I ended up having lunches and dinners and went to a baseball game and just, I made more friends and connections from that one conference than most every other conference that I'd ever been to. I of course I listened to things, I went to workshops, I did all that stuff, but like, I don't remember any of that. What I do remember is all the relationships I have and how I still have them as contacts. I've got them as speed dial people. And some of these people are quite connected. So yeah, it was amazing. Okay. Shaw. Hey, Adam. Hi, Shaw. I provide website design service and just that, can you please tell how to explain real estate owners the need or importance of website design for their business? Thanks. Okay. So here's my advice on this one. And I'm going to give you the answer that I want to give you. And then I'm going to give you the one that I think you want to hear that might help as well. I've got a big philosophy that we only preach to the choir, meaning It is not my job or responsibility, and it's a pain in the butt to try to tell somebody that they need something that they don't think they need. So if I'm trying to sell website design services to someone that doesn't think they need website design, forget it. Like that's not worth your time, your energy, your effort. You don't want those people because you've got to convince them of something. You're much better off finding a realtor or a real estate person who has a website that could be better, or a person that wants a website but doesn't know what to put on it. Yeah, in fact, final answer. That's my answer there. We can't sell things to people that they don't want. I don't think we should. And also it's not, yeah, what a nightmare, making your life way too hard. SST Life, thank you for the stream of emojis. We got the wave, the heart, the happy face, the palm tree, the windy cloud. I'm sure that means something. I just don't know how to decipher it. Hieroglyphics in emojis. Comedy Stars, do you teach marketing? And if yes, can I get in touch with you 24/7? You may not get in touch with me 24/7. And in fact, anybody that ever owned a business, I would strongly advise making sure that you're not available 24/7. In fact, actually, Comedy Stars, you can't really get in touch with me at all, which is also what I would suggest. Other than here and other than leaving a comment, I think it's really important to be guarded, because if I answered all of the emails and all of the comments that I got, I would literally never make a video or help anybody or be able to do this, because I get hundreds of emails a day and more than that in comments. So I would just literally be answering emails. Okay, Elon Bar. Hey Adam, any tips for one product store on the marketing aspect? Planning on traffic through organic TikTok tips for short form video template. Thanks. Oh, I'm not sure I totally understand. For a one product store on the marketing, so it sounds like you're going to make organic TikTok and you're going to be organic TikTok and you're going to be selling short form video templates. Um, I could be way off, but like if that's the case, then literally just like drinking your own medicine, taking your own medicine, making the TikToks using your own templates, showing how you did it, that's going to be enough to sort of make it all happen. Kevin, my man, good morning from Lakeland, Florida. Kevin, so glad you could make it here, my friend. It wouldn't be the same. I'm glad you're here. Oh, hang on. We just zapped to the bottom. I got to scroll back up. Do. Where did we go? There we go. Mart. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Mart. Jay Kelly. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my friend. Good to see you here. Christopher Cote. How to get traction for window washing website, mainly using Facebook and Google. Okay, so window washing website, two things. Number one, local business. So I would be doing Facebook, sure. Google My Business, like your Google My Business profile, GMB, the thing that shows up, used to be Google Plus. That's going to be one of your secret weapons. Everybody basically searches for that. That shows up near the top. Dial that in. Number two, SEO in general, totally going to be worth it. In my experience, the window washers around my local area, they're so booked up that we can't get them for like a year. And there's a couple different companies. So I don't know. I think you've got this. You just need to appear for search. So I'd be using Google, possibly Google pay-per-click ads, but I don't think you need to as much. Also look at two different websites, one of which is called Bright Local. The other is called White Spark. Bright Local, White Spark. And what you're looking for is local citations and all the other SEO tools that they offer. They're very inexpensive softwares, $50, $100 a month. You should be able to make that back in like half a client, one job or whatever it is. And they're going to help you build citations for it. The other thing is, if you look at, I'm going to have to say this out loud, aerh.co/high level, that'll give you a 30-day trial. I'm not sure if there's a window washing template in there, but there's going to be others that are going to be similar. Okay, Shub, hello, 100. Hello, Shub. Dwayne, glad you could make it, my friend. Hey, Adam, New Year's greetings from South Africa. Should a CRM form part of the marketing process? If so, any recommendations? So yes, a CRM should form part of the marketing process only insofar as that it's going to help you keep track of your conversations, your leads, your conversion rates, basically walking them through the entire funnel. Any recommendations? Indeed, I have no idea how to add a thing. How do I add something without, it's going to like totally aerh.co/ This one. Hang on one sec. I'm going to add this to the comments right at the bottom. I have a feeling. Oh, maybe it didn't zap away. I think we're good. So if you look right at the bottom of the comments, you'll see that link there. That will be my recommendation for a marketing-based CRM. It just works really well. And then you can drag your things over, move them around, do what you need to do. Shub, how you doing? I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing okay. Thank you. I'm in somewhat of pain. So like I said, we're battling things. So fun story. Again, you want to talk about like second order consequences, third order consequences. A few months ago, I ruptured my Achilles tendon, needed to have surgery, went through all kinds of rehab. That's caused all kinds of other issues with as I go through physical therapy. I've now got a pinched nerve in my neck. So what you're going to see me doing these like fake arm curls throughout. I'm trying to stretch a nerve and get it to stop sending shooting pains. But other than the excruciating pain, I'm doing amazing. Amazing. Thank you. Jonathan Gurley, hey Adam, if optimizing pages for specific keywords such as B2B web design and B2B website design, would it be better to try and improve the current page they rank poorly on, or create a new great article? I would do both. Like if a page is ranking poorly for it, then there's no harm in making a new one because it's not ranking anyway. But if it's ranking poorly, but still it exists, you're probably better off just trying to beef it up a little bit. So if like you're on page 2, yeah, just try and fix it. If you're on page like 10, probably just make a new page because something went horribly wrong. Zaid Ali, hey Adam, do you think I can learn full digital marketing before World War happens? Yeah, I don't know. You're asking me about politics and World War. Wrong guy, wrong question. But yeah, you could learn digital marketing. Of course, piece by piece, right? In fact, I've got a video that I've not recorded yet. I'm just working on the script. It's called How to Get Ahead of 99% of People. And that one's going to show you basically how to pick apart the pieces for it. So yeah, you could do it. You can do anything. Zero Tube. Hey, Adam, I'm from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Your video is very helpful. Thank you. Hey, Zero Tube. Good to see you. Glad you could make it here. And thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. Andy, what's the best strategy for growing a network marketing team business like Herbalife? Yeah, so I'm not the biggest fan of network marketing from a business owner perspective. And the reason is because the lack of control that I have over the content and over the marketing strategies and things like that. So I'm going to give you kind of like generic advice for anybody else that's listening as well, that sort of gets started with that. I believe like, even though network marketing isn't my favorite business model by any stretch of the imagination, I think it's a nice, friendly, like beginner way to get into sales and marketing. And then I think from there, once you've sort of got your feet wet, you'll start to look for other ways to do it where you have more control. So how do you build a business and team? It's all content based. So you're going to be sort of selling the dream and the aspirational lifestyle. You're going to be showing the benefits of it. You're going to be talking about it a lot. You're going to be creating more content than you probably ever thought you would. It's not always enjoyable, but that is by far the best way. Comedy Stars, which one shall I start first? Online course or consulting? You should start consulting first. Why am I so confident in that? The reason is because you need to do consulting to build up the experience and the knowledge of what to create the course on. Because if you haven't done a ton of consulting, you're not really going to know what's important and what's not, and what questions people have, and how to provide people the fastest path to success. Anybody that's just like, hey, I've got this idea to go out and create a course. This is the reason that so many courses out there are weak, is that they were created by people without subject matter expertise. So get that first. You can do it. Jay Kelly, I got a PPC. Hang on, one sec. Water break. Water break and arm stretch. Jay Kelly, I have a PPC client in real estate that wants to send me other clients, but of course wants to be paid for it. What's a good partnership we could work out? Yeah, absolutely. You can totally do a referral fee. I like doing a one-off referral fee rather than a monthly referral fee with something like PPC, because he should be rewarded for it, but he doesn't have to be rewarded indefinitely for as long as they stick around, because you're going to be doing a good job. What I would say is it also really depends on the quality of the client. So if he's sending you terrible clients that you despise working for and they quit after 1 month, that's not great either. So you're going to have to, there's a lot of variables that come into play, but like, let's do easy math here. Let's say that you charge $1,000 a month. You could give anywhere from like 200 to 500 bucks a referral. I'd be fine with that. If a client sticks around for 6 months, you're going to make $6,000 if you're charging $1,000 a month. So I'd be happy to pay him 500 bucks, $1,000 even. Back in the day, I used to basically give away like the entire first month's profit for the referral because I knew that I did a really good job. And then people stuck around for 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years. I've got one client that's literally, the agency isn't accepting clients right now, but they're grandfathered in. They've been with me for, I don't even know, 7 years, like hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit, maybe even over 1 million at this point. Like so much, like so much. So would I have paid $1,000 for that client? Yeah, obviously. I've also had clients that have been referred that were nightmares, and I basically fired them after a couple weeks and gave them all their money back and lost their referral fee. So yeah, I think whatever you want to work out is fine. Ask him. I would be the one to present the offer first. I'd probably say 200, see if he agrees with it. If he's incentivized to give you more referrals though, and they end up being good, I have no problem moving that up. I'll pay for people all day. It's a marketing cost. All right, Jalen. Hello. Hello, Jalen. I am starting my own marketing agency. I was wondering if you have any beginning steps suggestions. I do. In fact, I have an entire video on it. If you go digital marketing agency, step-by-step guide, Adam Erhart, type that into YouTube. You're going to find an entire video on that. It's like 20 minutes. Lots of stuff in there. Jay Kelly, my gym uses a white label version of High Level called Gym Grow. Would they be better off just using just High Level? Gym Grow doesn't do anything different special. I'm confused as to what do they offer. Yeah. Awesome. So the beauty of High Level is that you can just white label it. You may have noticed that I don't have an Adam Erhart marketing thing. I just say go use High Level. And in fact, let me write that in. ARH.co/high level. Why don't I brand it and do it? It's because I don't see the value in it. I'd rather you just do it yourself and have full access and control. And then if you want to brand it and then white label it, go for it. So is there any value of using them? If they're not providing anything extra, then no, there's not. And I don't know them. I don't know the company. I don't want to take any business away from them, but like compare apples to apples, look at that, look at what you could do. You might just be better off just doing your own thing and starting your own thing, especially if you're then able to white label your own thing and then offer it to people. Now, here's the reason that I don't white label Adam Erhart marketing through High Level and give it to you. It's because I'd rather you get it yourself and you decide what you want to do and you white label it to then grow. Really? Like it's perfect if you want to start offering this to other businesses and things like that don't want to do it themselves. And I promise you, most people don't want to do it themselves. They'd rather just buy into your software, your program, your whatever it is, and have you take care of the tech and all of that stuff. A lot of people think that they can that they have something proprietary or secret, and that's what makes them powerful. Like for example, this company or any other company that's using High Level and white labeling it and trying to almost hide not them necessarily. I have no idea who they are, but a lot of people hide that it's High Level. I don't care if they know. That's not the secret. The secret is like, you're going to have to go and implement it and use it, and you'd be better off doing it yourself. Whew, good luck. Will you do a video on copywriting anytime soon? I just did one. Take a search, AdamErhart.com. Pardon me, AdamErhart.com. I'm on a roll. I'm just auto answering. Go to the Adam Erhart YouTube channel, type in Adam Erhart copywriting. You will find the video. Christopher Cote, what type of ad would work best for window washing service? Targeted ads. So they're all targeted ads. So you would never run an ad that's not targeted. So that's fine. For window washing service, I'd Google ads because I want search-based traffic for someone coming into them. Okay, we got a few minutes left. I'm going to burn through these as quick as I can, and we're going to see how many we can get to. Lightning round. Are you ready? I'm ready. Lucas. Hey, Adam, how much money should I put aside for testing to find my super ad? And how do I find my super ad? Okay. So you put aside the amount of money that you're comfortable losing to find your super ad, really. A super ad is essentially the ad that performs best. Here's how you find it. You start out by really clearly identifying your ideal target market. You make sure that you know them inside and out as best as you possibly can. Then you write what I believe is the best ad that you've ever written in your whole life for them. Maybe you try a couple different variations and then you ping pong back and forth. You test this best ad against this best audience. You find the best audience, you test a new ad. Then once you have the new ad that's working best, you test new audiences. Once you have new audiences, you test new ads. It goes back and forth and it never, ever ends. So your super ad may only be a super ad for a week, a month, a year, whatever it is, but back and forth is the secret. Idealist man, how do you find clients when you just got started? No references that you made results from other companies. So you're going to have to tap into your local network, your friends and family, as well as you're going to need to get references, testimonials. The way to do that is probably by working for free. You need proof that you're worth it for someone to hire you. Okay, Diana, sorry for all the gym questions. That's okay. I used to run, fun fact, like my main market years ago was fitness. Like I did more Facebook ads for the fitness industry than I think I have for any other industry ever. So all good. Do custom audiences still work? Yes, they do. Should I upload a list of businesses, past clients and create a lookalike, or one based on video views or currently engaged users? Okay, so yes, you can do all of those. I don't think you have to because you have a gym that's going to be serving a local area. The amount of people around that area is by nature smaller. So I don't think we need to get that hyper specific. I think you just blast out to everybody in that local area what you have and your offer, and you do just fine. David Nichols, once again, thanks Adam for the massive amount of content from the armpit of the South. David, good to see you, man. I missed my armpit comment. Yeah, man, my pleasure. Thanks for being here. Jay Kelly, I want to agree with your statement last week about not living up to our gym's offers. People don't want to stay even after being offered 3 free classes, free gloves, and wraps. Working on effects. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for the follow-up and letting me know. For those of you that were not here last week, essentially what ended up happening is we had a situation where Jay was getting a lot of leads, but no conversions or no retention on the conversions, which my tough love advice was that the offer was just not good enough, which is the case, right? Like if you're giving free is not always an irresistible offer either. Free isn't good enough if they're not seeing the value in it. Elon Bar, can you maybe open a Discord for the channel, Adam? I've been taking notes of your videos and they're so valuable and also entertaining, and just pure appreciation of your awesome work. My friend, thank you very much. I really appreciate the kind words. Also, possibly on the Discord. Let me, I don't have pen and paper near me either. I'm very unprepared to take notes of the notes. That's a good idea. I've thought about it. Either Discord or Reddit, probably Discord. We will see. Anybody watching, if Natalie, if you're watching right now, can you make a note of that, please? Discord server. We'll see. Okay. Lucas. Hello, Adam. I have 3 questions. 3 questions. Might not have time. How much money should you put aside for testing my super ad? How do I find my super ad? How do I justify to clients to test ads? Okay. So we answered a couple of those. How do you justify clients to test ads? My hope is that you have a good idea going into it, that you know, you at least have a baseline of what's happening. So you're not just like wasting your client's money on testing different ads. That said, there is a learning phase, but if you're just throwing a bunch of money at the wall and nothing's sticking, something's gone wrong. So honesty and openness, if you're just getting started, I would let them know and be like, hey, I'm just getting started. This is what I would like to test. Here's why I think it's good. How do you feel about putting $300 towards it, $500 before it? I think we can get this amount of clicks, this amount of leads, whatever it is. All right, Sufi Marketing. Most of things are changing in marketing and online business, but what is changing first? Market platform, audience, marketer. Okay, I think I understand. So what changes or what causes the change? Is it the platform? Is it the market? Is it consumer behavior? Is it the audience? Is it the marketer? They all change together. If one of them changes first, it happens very quickly. For example, an algorithm may switch that may promote a certain kind of video, or a person may watch a certain kind of thing, which triggers the algorithm to show more of that. Then once we sort of recondition society to engage more with this kind of content, we start to like it more. So other platforms evolve to it. Everything changes together. Interesting question. I don't think it's going to help you with business though. So fascinating. Okay, Room 9 podcast. Adam, I would love to hear your best resources and advice for doing market research. I found this one of the most important stage, and there's not too much of information, or not too much out there information-wise. I'm going to have to grab my pen. That's a good one also. I got to make a video on market research, I think. I'm going to just write down on my journal. I didn't want to do this, but here we go. Hang on one sec. Market research. I think you're right. There is a need for more stuff on market research. The reason that I think there's not too much good advice out there is that most of it stems from textbooks. So things like focus groups and surveys and like all these old case studies and things that are just not very effective today. So that's why you get all this like crap on do market research by asking people things. And like, yeah, okay, you can ask people stuff, but what they say is often very different than what they do. So I'm going to try to make another video on this in the coming weeks. So bear with me on that one. That said, I think I have 2 or 3 videos on the channel right now that are going to guide you through some basic principles of it, as well as some good places to do research. My favorite one, if I have to give you anything, is to go to Amazon and basically buy all of the books around your topic, around your subject, and the books that your customers would be interested in reading, the books that are around. So it's like Room 9 podcast. I don't know. I'd be going like Amazon, podcast marketing strategy, how to start a podcast industry advice, podcast trends, how to grow a podcast tips for better interviews. I'd literally buy all of them and read all of them. And by the end of that, I promise you, you're going to know, you probably already know it really well, but now you're going to know the words and the language and the way that people speak to a deeper level than basically anybody else. Okay, let's go for a bit more here. I think we can do a couple more. And then see if I can find a couple more. Hey, Adam, I have created my portfolio, but still not able to get clients for web design. Please guide me. Okay, Shaw, well, you're going to have to reach out, right? So you have a portfolio, but you're going to have to get that portfolio in front of more people. Tap your local network, create more content, friends and family. Who else needs a website? Yeah, there's like, it's a bit of grunt labor in the early days. I think you just really, though, there's no better resources than friends and family and people that know you. Jasmine wanted to use Go High Level to serve home service business problem. No idea what to say in a cold email. Help. Okay. So go. I've got a video on that one as well. Adam Erhart cold email. That should help. Cody, hey, Adam, I'm finally launching my business after 8 months of development and research. Good for you. Thank you for supplying me with all the marketing info through your videos. I owe you one, buddy. Hey, good man. Well, first of all, congratulations. And you letting me know is payback enough. Honestly, I think that's fantastic. I'm super stoked to hear that. Let me know how it goes. Keep me posted. And good for you for making it happen. There's a lot of people want to do what you are embarking on now. Okay. The ecom expert, thank you for what you do for us. Thank you for being here. The lady writes, hey, Katrina, just getting home and needed to say hi. I appreciate you stopping by. Good to see you, Katrina. Glad you could make it. Lots of hearts from the ecom expert. Appreciate that. Good luck. Is psychology the most important in advertising and marketing? Yeah, maybe. Like I said, probably direct response marketing principles and copywriting are going to be better, but they're built on psychological principles. That said, I know a lot of psychologists that couldn't sell anything and don't want to. So probably not the most important. Bruce, happy end of the year. Happy New Year, Bruce. Yusuf, everyone hit the like button or share. Thank you. Hey, how come this message is held for review? Oh, that's why. Okay. Oh, Google. Interesting. Or YouTube. Fascinating stuff. They have stricter filters. Okay, let me see. Natasha, hey Adam, hello from Maui. I'm originally from Whistler. I love your channel. Originally from Whistler. That's just it's not too far off. So that's amazing and very cool. And yes, Maui, amazing. I love Maui. Which part of Maui? I'm more of like a Big Island Oahu guy, but I like Maui too. They're all good. Okay, and let's see if I can hit one more, and then we're gonna have to wrap. Corporal Diesel, helping my wife market her mental health company. Any advice for working with a company that has limitations such as hard to get testimonials or email lists? Trying to do what you teach. Yeah. So this is a good one because you're in an industry that you can't necessarily talk about. Like obviously you can't show off mental health cases. Like, hey, look at this person. They were struggling with XYZ and now they're good. So yeah, you're basically going to have to work around that. There's going to be anonymous testimonials that you can use, which people are going to be more willing to accept in that field than they are in others. For example, if we put out like anonymous testimonials and I don't know, like some kind of product to be like, this is the greatest thing ever, signed anonymous, no one's believing that. But if you can put in like initials or first name, last initial, or whatever it is, you can still do that. The other thing is you're going to have to tell a lot of stories and replace names. So it's like the name has been changed for privacy reasons. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah was struggling with this and had this, or maybe this sounds familiar. So there's a lot of ways around it. I think you can still use testimonials in that. You're just going to have to do it cautiously and anonymously. Okay. Oh, we got time for one more. Hang on. Let me see if I can find one that's going to help the most people, and then we're going to bail because I'm hungry. It's pancake time. Da 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 da. Here's a good one. I'm going to talk more about this anyway in a coming video, but let's hit it one more time because I think it's fascinating. What are your views on Chat GPT from a humanity perspective and for someone who owns an SMMA or does drop shipping, so social media marketing agency? So my thoughts on Chat GPT is that from a humanity perspective, it doesn't change much. And the reason is because we've had this technology in lesser forms for a while now. And it's not that big a deal. It's super cool. It's very exciting, very powerful. You should definitely use it. I'm going to talk more about it later. But like, this stuff has kind of been around forever. And anytime new technology comes on the field, people kind of freak out for different reasons anyway. The key is understanding what it's really good at and understanding its limitations, and of which there are many. It has many limitations. So I believe that humans, at least for the foreseeable future, 5, 10, 20 years, we're never going to be completely replaced because machines fail. They go wrong. We need to overview them. We need to guide them. We need to tell them what to do. We need to steer them a little bit. Plus, as we get rid of more mundane and rote tasks, it opens the door for more creativity. Perfect example of this. Back in the 1950s and the 1960s, scientists imagined that by, I can't remember, 1990, 1980, whatever, we would barely be working as a society. We'd be working like 4 hours a week because of technology, doing like dishwashers and automatic ovens and microwaves and all of these things that we're going to take away. All of these jobs that were taking so much of our time, we're basically going to be living lives of leisure. Do you know what's happened? The literal complete opposite. We work more now than we ever have before, almost to a fault. All we've done is we've found new and interesting things to work on. So this is the same sort of thing that's happening with AI, with technology, is that it's going to get rid of a lot of the lower level jobs, the copy paste jobs, the things that don't require strategy or creativity, but it's going to open the door for more creative jobs, for jobs that are going to require strategic thinking and analytical observation, and essentially being an intelligent and contributing human being. So I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. We have to adapt. Absolutely. Are there jobs that are going to be lost? Yeah, for sure. But we know that. And if we don't know that and we don't adapt, it's kind of on us. It's almost like looking at sort of the transportation industry as we're looking at more and more automated driving vehicles and the technology there and how quickly it's improving. If we think that that's not going to change and those jobs are just going to be around forever, that's sort of our own fault. Okay, break. It's New Year's Day tomorrow, everyone. It's going to be an amazing year. I know that because you're going to make it an amazing year, and I'm going to do everything I can to help you. So, number one, thank you for being here, and thank you for the amazing questions. Number two, thank you for the kind words, and more importantly, thank you for the kind words to each other. There's only so much that I can create and talk about and share. I can't even tell you how much joy and happiness it brings to my heart when I see you guys helping each other out, answering each other's questions, providing feedback, connecting, doing all of those things, being humans. Like, really, a rising tide really does lift all boats. There's a lot of talk in business and marketing about competition. I think we're entering a world of more collaboration. I think 8 billion people in the world, there's more than enough to go around. Way more than enough. So you can have everything that you want and you can help everybody else get everything that they want as well. So on that note, all the best. Have an amazing, amazing night. Stay safe out there. Get some sleep, and let's rock and roll for 2023. All that said, I'll see you in a bit.